What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. I don't know if this is going to become a series or not. We'll see if I can get other parents willing to share their story with me. So you're my first one in this series. It's exciting. This is David, and David is an autism dad just like me. He's also a YouTuber. He's got his own YouTube channel. And I begged and pleaded with him to come sit on the couch and share his story with you guys. I didn't really beg and plead, did I? No.
It was just,
I was like, "Hey, man, you want? Can I talk to you to interview?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So, can you tell me a little bit about your story, your daughter, your wife, your everything you got going on?
We had Braylee about 6 years ago. When she was close to a year old, she started having some behaviors that were kind of throwing up red flags for my wife, Stacy. And
Now, does she know anything? Like, did she have any experience with
no,
special needs or with disabilities at all?
she didn't have any experience at all.
Okay.
But she had read about it online.
Okay.
And so she kept like looking at her behaviors, looking like, what is this?
Right.
Why is she doing this
Right.
stuff? Like, for instance, eating books.
Yeah.
That was one of her big things. And so she kept like coming to me and saying, I think Brayla has autism. And I was like, no, she's just, she'll grow out of these behaviors or whatever. So I was in denial for sure.
Right.
For at least a couple months. And
Now,
then,
looking back, did you not see those signs, or were you just?
I saw them, but
Uh-huh.
I also had no experience with
Right.
any special needs at all. And so I assumed incorrectly that she was gonna grow out of it. Like it was just a normal kid thing for some kids. I don't know. I came to realize that wasn't the case, and I decided to make a phone call to our pediatrician to make an appointment to talk about the weird behaviors she's been having.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go into the doctor, and then I'm like when we're talking about what's going on, what she's doing, then I realize like this could be a thing.
Right.
Like, I mean, at that time, I'm like, what is autism? I don't even know what it is. I'm like, how is it going to affect our lives? And so we ended up getting her diagnosed. She was diagnosed with level 3 autism, which severe. Level 3 is the severe side. So we had no experience. We didn't know what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we started reaching out to like the resources that were given to us from the hospital. Gave us a bunch of information to research ourselves. So we just spent a lot of time researching and finding out what autism was and what we can do for Braylee to help with the behavior she was having and like the unsafe type things like eating everything that she could find, and she was doing.
So you guys found out about pica early on.
Then, yeah, that was the book eating was like the biggest part of that.
Right.
Then she would do like head banging on the ground and stuff like that, and then we just kept pursuing autism. Like, what is it, and what does it mean for our life?
So did you guys I know we made it like our project. You know, like it was all consuming.
Yes.
You know, and all of a sudden we were thrown into this thing, and we were autism parents. I think that happens a lot. I think that happens with most people. So they really go in, and you kind of, for a reasonable period of time, you kind of quit living, and you're just trying to solve a problem.
Yep. And it became very isolating too.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like the world around us just kind of faded away, and we were in our own autism world where we're just trying to figure out what we're doing.
You get that feeling that nobody else is going through what you're going through,
Yep.
and just
Yep.
Relatable.
You know, it was a tough few years.
Yeah.
We did struggle quite a bit early on, and
well, that was my next question. Was like how so a couple of years you guys went through as far as the mourning and the
Yeah,
difficult part of it.
we definitely mourned for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
We just got stuck in that, like, just this isn't what life was supposed to look like.
Right.
Like, we didn't plan this.
Right.
And it was tough. We had a lot of sleepless nights. A lot of tough days, but over time, I feel like we, I don't know, at some point something changed where we can. This doesn't have to be negative. This doesn't have to be. We don't have to wake up every day just feeling like a, I don't know, just
like something was taken from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I'm not sure exactly when that happened, but I think at that point, it just everything changed for us.
Yeah.
Everything started looking up. So.
Well, that would be that kind of leads me into my next question. So, what worst thing, most difficult, whatever thing about having a child with an autism diagnosis? What's the hardest part?
The hardest part, I would say, would be watching my daughter go through the things that she goes through. Like, when...
You talking about, like, meltdowns and...
Meltdowns and self-injury.
Right.
It's, like, the look on her face just breaks my heart every time, and I feel helpless.
Yeah.
Like, I can't help her. And I feel like I just make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the toughest part, just seeing.
I think a lot of parents can relate. There's that. I was talking to another mom recently that we interviewed, and her son gets in that just outright. I don't know if it's rage. I don't know. But the eyes are dead. It's like it's not your child, and they just go into this phase where there's nothing that you can do to help them.
Yeah.
And that's so hard to deal with, especially, I think that dads do have an especially hard time with it because we do put it on ourselves to fix things and to, we're the fixers. And yeah, totally relatable again. So, on a lighter note, best part about having an autistic child or an autistic person in your house or autism in general, just what is the part that puts a smile on your face every day?
Like on the other side of things, her joy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she is so happy. Like, we do have our tough times, but she is a happy kid, and I love just, like, that's what I want my daughter to just. I want her to be happy.
Yeah.
I want her to live a happy life. Her excitement. I love seeing her excitement when she's excited about something. Her personality, like, I feel like she has the biggest personality, and she's just awesome. I love her.
Yeah, no kind of disability, like, it never hinders the personality, it seems.
Yeah. And I think another part of it too is it did bring a huge, like, it took a while. We felt really isolated for a very long time, but I think part of it is we did it to ourselves.
Huh.
I feel like once we get that diagnosis and we just feel like there's no, like, you're just stuck somewhere, and I don't know, we started pursuing friendships, and I don't know, there's a huge autism community out there.
There really is
a lot of amazing people.
There really is. I think just getting into it and then reaching out, and you very quickly realize you're not alone.
Yeah. And it doesn't even stop at autism either. It's special needs in general. But we've met the most amazing people because of autism.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would agree wholeheartedly with that. You talking about the joy. First of all, I mean that's one thing that I've always said. It's like, man, she's happy, and that's one more can a parent really ask for than their kids just be happy. I'm sure that parents have said that to their neurotypical kids a million times over. I just want you to be happy. Well, that's all I want for my autistic daughter as well, is just to be happy. What more can you ask for? So, regardless of all of our feelings of things that we've missed out on, whether it be walking our daughters down the aisle, or teaching them how to drive, or picking out a prom dress, or playing with dolls appropriately, regardless of the things that we missed out on. And that's, I've always talked about it, it's kind of the selfish side of things. These are the dreams that you've created for yourself, not for her. And what more can you ask for than happiness?
And
so,
that took time too, is getting over all those.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
it's supposed to. That's, if you're new to this world, I mean, it's okay that it takes time. You are mourning the death of those dreams, essentially, and then moving on, and life is good again.
Even now, like that, those feelings can still come up too.
Yeah,
it can come
all the time,
any day.
Yeah,
but
I would say constantly. They never end. They never ever end. Every time you see a child that's the similar age as yours, and they're doing typical child things, and or I mean, shoot, just that when your kid's 13, and or even 6, and the waitress, today she asked Braylee what she wanted to drink, and you got to order for her every time. That it constantly comes up, but I don't feel like we get numb to it. I think we just learn to cope with it.
Yeah, and not think of it as so negative.
Right.
Like it's not the worst thing in the world.
Right.
So
that moment when the waitress asks what she wants to drink, and you have to answer for her, and the waitress wonders, what's going on there, and then she comes back and she sees a puzzle piece on your hat or whatever, your wife's shirt that says autism. She's like, oh, she has autism. That's what autism looks like. Now I know. That's spreading awareness, and that's acceptance, and that's, that may be somebody that's thinking, oh, I thought autism was different, but now they know. So there's the positive side of it.
Yeah.
Might be reaching a little, but I feel like it's a positive. Okay, David, one thing. You get one thing that you wish the whole world knew, or you would tell the whole world about your daughter, or maybe just autism in general.
That's a tough question.
It always is.
She's a human being just like everybody else. Yeah, she's still, she's still somebody. Like, I feel like she can get ignored easily, but I'm trying to find words.
I got you. No, I don't think. I think she's somebody. Pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish.
That's pretty profound, man. I'm serious. She's somebody. That's
yeah.
Wow. Good stuff. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks for being my first official interview dad, family. I want to do I would love to interview other families, talk to other families about their experiences, with this going forward. So this was like our debut, the kickoff. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
So guys, remember, everybody is somebody. Treat people like they're somebody. That would be my closing remark. That's definitely, that's good. Treat somebody like treat everybody like they're somebody.
Like they're somebody.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good talk. Good chat. See you guys next time. Treat everybody like they're somebody. Yes.